the categories that you you put into place with that, one of them that just pops into my mind a lot is the safety component. Now, unfortunately, with OCD, sometimes it can just be misdiagnosed as a generalized type of anxiety. And sometimes it's hard for even clinicians to identify it if they're not familiar with it, because sometimes somebody will come in and they'll have an intrusive thought, or they'll have this anxiety, and right away you can see the anxiety with somebody, but they don't identify that it's obsessive, and maybe they are doing some compulsions with it of some sort. I call it they're hidden types of OCD. Now, we're all familiar with like the stereotypical types, like you're washing your hands over and over again. But the way that works with the brain is the brain's like, just to give you an example, the brain's like, oh, for example, just the stereotypical type. I touched my hand on this chair. The brain says, what if your hands weren't clean? What if you had something on there and you left it on that counter? What if somebody comes and touches that? Then what if they get an illness? And then what if they die? That's kind of how OCD can work for some people. So what we do with that is really look into what kind of obsessive thoughts we're having. But the hidden types of OCD are like, ooh, what if I did something wrong? And that can be related to scrupulosity as well. And then like a hidden type of compulsion that we can see sometimes is like reassurance. Like, ooh, well, what if I did something wrong? I better get their opinion about it. And then, and then I got some relief from that, and I feel comforted for a little bit. And then the brain starts to say, ooh, but what if they missed something? Or what if you said it wrong? Or what if they didn't understand you right? Well, I better go get reassurance from somebody else. Okay, they said I'm okay. All right, I feel like I can calm down a little bit. And then those thoughts start to come back in. And it's just a never-ending cycle, because it's almost like we're feeding what we call sometimes an OCD monster. It's like we're giving it food every time we go and do the compulsion. It just kind of never ends. But a lot of the times, the reason why I went to that, though, is just because of the safety component, like fear of something bad happening to somebody else or to yourself, or what if you did something wrong?
Or that you will be held accountable for.
Yeah, and then you just feel like it's just really intrusive, scary thoughts. And your brain's like, well, we got to protect you. We got to make sure nothing bad's going to happen. So we better go check on these things, whether it's checking locks over and over again, or checking the stove like you talked about. Like, ooh, did I drive? I'm driving away. Intrusive thought. Did I turn off the stove? Well, the stove was never really on, but how do I know it's really off? I better go back and check. Or maybe I'll call somebody and say, hey, can you run over to the house and just check to make sure it's off? They give you some reassurance. Yeah, it was off. And then your brain's like, but did they really check all of them? That's how OCD kind of works. So it's just, it's a never-ending battle sometimes if we don't have the correct treatment, and it can get stronger and stronger and stronger until you almost can't function in life. It's just so scary, such a scary thing. So.
Yeah.